Yeah, welcome back, and I hope you had a fun time doodling with QuickDraw. And our next guest only needs a short introduction, as he has an already very long name. He will share how Signify is using AI to help customers find, preview and buy the right lighting products for their homes. And we have him remote through teleconferencing because of quarantine rules. But nonetheless, here he is, from Signify, Carlos Gabriel Sierra Chinchilla.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for the nice introduction, Remy. Yes, good morning. First of all, apologies that I cannot be there with you from the setting. But yes, one of my daughters is in quarantine due to a case of COVID in the school. So to avoid any issues, I'm presenting from home today. To start, I would like to thank the AI team at the High Tech Campus for organizing this session. I think it's a really great initiative to really stimulate this growth. We are here, in the Eindhoven area, which is, this brain port where a lot of knowledge. So it's very much important to stimulate, AI as well. I also want to extend, thanks to my colleague Nuno Ferreira for extending the invitation to present today. I think it's a great opportunity. So. As stated, I'm Carlos, and I work for Signify. Signify for me stands, for a company that has a long legacy of innovation. A very strong focus on sustainability and customer experience. Something that I'm very proud of. Now, speaking of the customer, today I want to share how we are helping our customers find the right light with AI. But before we get into the presentation, I'd like for you all to visualize something with me. So you got to work with me here. Try to visualize yourselves going into a store, a large store, and then you're finding yourself on the lighting products aisle, where you have one or maybe multiple aisles of different products. And then you're trying to replace a bulb, an old bulb that has broken down, and you cannot find any more the characteristics of this bulb. So basically you're kind of left, guessing and trying to find out how you replace this bulb. So this can be a very cumbersome process for customers. The same thing goes, online. If you're trying to scan for, for a replacement of a bulb, it can be a cumbersome process as well. So our goal actually is to make this experience for our customers easier, a bit more seamless and cumbersome, with the help of AI. So now let me share my screen and share a bit the presentation that I have prepared for you today. Yes, there we are. So it's finding the right light with AI. So without any further ado, I would like to introduce to you Light Finder. It's an innovative mobile app that provides consumers a better digital experience to find, preview, and buy lighting products. And this is really an exciting journey that we have embarked upon very recently. We have launched it recently in the US, and it's a fantastic journey because we're really passionate about solving this particular customer problem. But what is Light Finder? So let me take you through this. With Light Finder, we aim to create value for customers by having 4 primary features in this application. The first one is the light bulb recognition. Second, the live preview. Third is the browse light bulb functionality, so it's a type of a catalog that we have. And fourth is the purchase convenience. So let's dive into the Light Finder features. The first one gets us the most interesting in the context of today's setting, because here's where AI does the magic. Well, I shouldn't call it magic because it's actually the science behind it. So we try to eliminate, that guesswork. So in the example that I was giving you before, when you're trying to search for a product, we want to eliminate this. So the power of AI is actually, and you can see it here from the picture, that once you scan the bulb, the image recognition is really detecting the shape, the fitting, and it does all that cumbersome work for you. So our innovation team has done a fantastic job in developing, training this AI engine that we call, to be able to really differentiate between different types of lighting products, and with a high level of accuracy, recommend actually what the best match is. And that is actually, it cuts down a lot of that process of search to seconds. And that is actually, for me, one of the special things in terms of having, this customer focus on how can we help our customers in this journey and simplify it. And we actually, don't stop there, of course. This is, just a recommendation part, but we also simplify the process of saying, okay, once you have those best match, we have alternatives from non-dimmable LED, dimmable LED, and the smart connected LED. So then you can have also still options, but based on the right match from the bulb that you have. We did not stop there. We also went one step ahead. So yes, we covered, the AI part, but we also introduced something around the topic of augmented reality. Why did we do that? Well, it's simply because we want to also provide additional convenience to consumers when trying to select what the product will look like. Because if the bulb is broken, you perhaps have, that difficulty in envisioning, how light will look in your room. So here in the image that you see here on the left, you can see a bit of differentiation and kind of play around with how light will look from, the convenience of your home. And then you can actually go to the next step of purchasing. But let's say that you don't have a bulb, or you just want to browse around. So we also have the flexibility of letting people look through the available bulbs. So we have categorized this in different areas, from first, fitting. So you select what type of fitting you need. Secondly, you talk about the shape of the bulb. And here are some options, and you can see what is available in the catalog. And then finally, again, the categories that you have to select from. And with this, you can then make, again, the selection of the product that you need. So finally, it comes down to the purchase convenience. Then you have an integrated experience from, identifying the broken replacement of the broken bulb, all the way down to purchasing from the comfort of your home. And here you can select how many products you want. You can add more to cart, and then after 3 easy steps, it's shipped off to the comfort of your home. Now, again, if you are going to be searching in the app stores, it's currently available only in the US app stores. That's where we're starting the Light Finder journey. And so, if you're dialing it from the US, then you can feel free to do that. But right now, it's just the start of this fantastic journey. When we were preparing for this presentation, and we were discussing, okay, what is something important to share to the audience? And I was discussing it with our CDO, and she was, just advising me, it's like, Carlos, share something that will actually, help, the community, and of AI enthusiasts and leaders. And this is my next slide. So it's a summary of reflections that it's very important for us to take into consideration when going into this journey. The first reflection that I want to share is that you have to start with a clear problem definition. I think that's really the most fundamental thing. A lot of times we talk about, let's do AI. In my view, AI is a means to an end. It's not the destination. So for us, the problem definition is, how can we help our customers in this, journey of finding the right bulb? That was the problem definition. And then, AI was the right, let's say, candidate to help us solve that problem. But again, it's not only AI, we're also using augmented reality to enhance it and other, aspects. The second point is start small, gain experience, and develop your MLP. Now, you might be asking, what is this MLP? Well, it's what we call the minimum lovable product that will help you actually get that momentum started, and that it already addresses that, problem that you want to solve. The third point is something that is very important, for me, but I've heard it also from other people also presenting, is collaboration and teamwork. This is a very important thing because yes, of course, let's say the heart of LifeFinder was developed by our innovation team, but there were a lot of other contributions that from IT, operations, marketing, branding, also our U.S. market, legal. I mean, a lot of people contribute to this, and however small the contribution is, it's very important. Why? Because together you build the solution. So every contribution is extremely important. And also in these times of COVID, I think it's very important to also reflect to have this inclusive mindset because everyone plays a role. And so teamwork is extremely important. The fourth point is be data-driven. Also mentioned by other people presenting, data is your biggest ally in this because with data, you can learn and improve. And you can shift from a gut feeling into a, more pinpointing the things that are going well or not with data. And you can steer appropriately and you can become much faster with this. The fifth and last point that I want to share with you is that it's a continuous journey. We have just started on this journey of LifeFinder. Like other colleagues that are presenting today, you have started on a journey as well. So it's not just a destination. It's a continuous learning process that makes you better and better and better, and it also has some nice spin-offs as well that can help other use cases that you define. So with that, I wanted to share with you again to recap the problem that we wanted to address by helping customers find the right bulb. AI has helped us tremendously because we have reduced the time of searching from a couple of minutes, perhaps hours, to seconds, and it has brought the convenience of trying to search elsewhere or going out and getting into your car to a certain location to the comfort of your home, and that provides convenience. So with that, I would like to close the presentation and thank you all for your time. Hopefully this has inspired you, triggered some ideas, and really looking forward to seeing what happens also on the AI innovation here team within the high-tech campus. Thank you so much. Back to you, Rem.
Yeah, thank you so much, Carlos, and so nice that you can share your insights here today. I have two final questions for you, if that's all right. First of all, it looks very, very, very good and it looks very professional. I can't wait to see the app in the Dutch app stores as well. Now, it looked really polished at this point, but what were some of the biggest hurdles you faced in developing this app?
Well, I think that my biggest, or our personal biggest hurdle is that we started with LifeFinder, the LifeFinder journey, and then I met, or together with the team, and we met once the teammates as a team, and then COVID started and lockdown came. And how do you proceed with on your journey when everything completely changes? So again, that's why I'm so passionate about the topic of really having collaboration and teamwork, because if you don't manage to get that right, it's going to be a very difficult way of really collaborating. So that for me has been, perhaps you would have expected a technical answer to that, but it's more in terms of how, from a human factor, how we can connect to build that solution together. And that has been, a very interesting learning for myself, but also for the team.
Even more incredible that you build it all remotely. Second and final question is, you mentioned that you have to think data-driven and you need to harness the power of data. Which data points would you like to add?
Well, this is on the starting of a journey. I mean, we have a lot of ideas that we want to add. If I start thinking of data points, I would just go on and on and on. So I think that one of the interesting things that I can share looking back, I think that's where we have the proof points. And my colleague Tim and also Chris probably logged in the call today. When we did the first version of this, one of the things that we found out is that there were a couple of errors, when getting, some of the initial images, and it's like, the AI engine is very accurate, but the images were not, we're showing some errors. And what, Tim analyzed was that he said, listen, the onboarding process, we need to improve. So a very simple solution. We have 3 swipe screens to onboard the customers much better before they start, using the application, from the first time. And this small solution, through a very data-driven way, really relieved, that, let's say, a problem that we identified. So this is the beauty of having a continuous process, having iterations, listening to the customers, and listening to your data. And like that, we aim to grow and mature this application more and more and more for our customers.